Yebo, yebo, yebo. Welcome to Watch Me Build It. I love chronographs. I always have since a kid. They were the watches that first captured my imagination. About a year ago, the watch world lost its collective mind over a new chronograph. March 2022. Omega and Swatch, their parent company or holding company, not their parent company, launched a collaboration. The Omega, or the Swatch by Omega Moonwsatch. And we all started mainlining dopamine. Everybody wanted one of these watches because you could have an Omega for $230. People queued up as if it was an iPhone launch, and everybody jumped on the bandwagon. I wanted one. I just don't live in a country that has a store that sold one. And I'm really glad I don't. Because when the dopamine dust settled, I think a lot of us felt like a scam was being run. Because at the end, many people were left with a plastic chronograph with a cheap movement, a really bad strap, even if it did say Omega. Some of the cases left their color on your wrist when you took them off at night. And I've seen videos where bits fell off of these Moonwsatches. Now, there's another company called Phylida, and they make really good watches. They're vendors on AliExpress. They have their own iteration that looks very similar to that great icon that went to the moon once upon a time. But their SP-31 is done differently. You see, they dared to drop a hand-wound mechanical chronograph movement into the back of a stainless steel case. They crowned it with a domed sapphire crystal, gave it a display case back, and then put it on the market for $177. That's a full $90 cheaper than the Moonwsatch, and it's a real watch. So I bought one recently. They come into the Phylida store and then disappear within a few hours or a few days. On the day that I'm filming this, there are 4 in stock. Give it a go. You might find one. If not, I would say go in every couple of days or at the beginning of every week, because Phylida do drop them into stock and then they disappear very quickly. But this is my unboxing video. I hope you enjoy it. And as a real watch enthusiast, I would encourage you, buy real watches. Don't sponsor somebody else's crazy marketing campaign. Okay, so we're all set up for an unboxing. We have our Swiss Army knife, a caliper, and the packaging as it presents itself. So outer packaging done. What do we have? Wow, look at this. This is beautiful. A real, like a blister shroud, I suppose. And into the box, let's have a look and see. And here we have the watch itself. The box doesn't have any further information in it. The watch is sitting on a little piece of foam. You know what, it's a great box. Actually, I like it. I'm all for simple packaging. It makes all the sense in the world. And here we go. Our first look at the watch itself. And it is what they said on the box. This is something that I've really been interested in, is the dish, that negative dish that does this on the bezel. I love that. And you really only appreciate that when you've got the watch in person, I think. And there we go, there's the magic. That beautiful ST19 movement. Okay, I'm going to take the tape off. Maybe I'll do that on screen for those of you who like that kind of thing. I'll just speed it up. Right, so there it is. That's the Phylida Speedmaster. Sporting the Seagull ST19 movement. I'll put the actual nomenclature at the bottom. This is just my unboxing. And I was really interested to see how all of this worked, but I really think that's amazing. So let's do a quick dimension run and a fly-through review. So if I come to the bezel, we're looking at 39.9, I guess you could call it 40 mil width. The lug width, 20 mil, yeah. The lug to lug, 48.4, and then the actual thickness, 14 mil. Then having a quick look at the outside in, I got this one on the sailcloth strap because that's all that was available, and it's a nicely finished buckle but unbranded. There's a leather or leather type material on the back, sailcloth on the front, no deploying clasp, neat stitching. It looks neat enough, it feels a little bit stiff. I'll tell you how it wears once I do the review. Then here we have the star of the show, the ST19 movement by Seagull. Just beautiful with these bronze wheels and the silver bridges, the blue screws and the jewels. And you can see down here your column wheel mechanism, which was so vaunted as part of a chronograph setup for such a long time. It's a screw-on case back, but really beautiful, well finished around the back. Then if we come around to the sides of the watch, this is probably the part that I love the most, is have a look at the dish on that bezel, the way that it's kind of like I just love the way that operates and stands proud of the case like a UFO that's landing. And it's got this beautiful domed box sapphire, really incredible. And there are your two pushers. I haven't managed to take the blue off of those. But if we have a look, I'm just going to rotate this very slowly so that you can appreciate the finishing. Just really nicely finished. I love the Omega style lugs. Beautiful, highly polished surfaces. Really neatly, expertly brushed on the sides. Great finishing all round, really great finishing all round. And then when we come around to the front of the watch, the tachometer bezel is incredible, really nice. I'm trying to get this dial does suck in the light a bit, so you've got to work a bit harder to get a good view of kind of the detail on that dial. But it's a pretty dial. They've homaged the original watch really, really well over here. So you've got elapsed minutes over there. That is actually just an hour hand that's doing the same thing as that hour hand. This over here is the live second hand, and there's the tachometer second hand. You activate it with that pusher. I'm going to let it cruise all the way around till 1 minute. I'll speed this up. I just want to see if that's a jumping minute hand. All right, we're a few seconds away from the first minute. Watch this minute hand. And let's see, it's probably going to jump. There we go, look at that. It jumped to the 1 minute at the 1 minute marker. And that's the beauty of the mechanical movement, isn't it? But just, yeah, beautiful, beautiful watch, this one. And I really am very pleased with that, especially for the, including shipping, €200 that it cost.
So this will be my first sighting of the loom. I haven't seen it before, so let's have a look and see what happens. Yep, here we go. Typical chronograph loom, very, very little of it, and the hands are very weak. You can barely see them on the video image. I can see them a bit more clearly with the naked eye, but yeah, it's not fantastic at all.
So the Phylida SP-31, a 40mm chronograph running a Seagull ST1902 movement, 21,600 BPH, hand wound, 40 hours power reserve. So Phylida have a sleight of hand on their pricing. The watch is listed at $177, but then you pay $36 for shipping, so you're in for about $213 US. They don't seem to charge shipping on any other watch that they manufacture, which I find rather interesting, and it might just be their way of making the watch seem cheaper than it is. But at $213 US, it is super affordable. I think the famed Moonwsatch is going for an eye-watering $260 US, and for that you're getting quartz and plastic all day long. Is it worth buying this? Oh yes. Can you get them easily? Well, I think they may be more accessible than the Moonwsatch, but they're not easy to get hold of. If you drop into the store and they're not in stock, I would say set a reminder on your calendar and get into the store every Monday, because it seems like they release small batches of stock every couple of weeks. I would really say go for it. Put the money down. You're going to get something on your wrist that's not marketing hype. You're going to get something on your wrist that's a real watch, a real chronograph for a real enthusiast. Thanks for joining me for this unboxing. I look forward to doing the review with you. Cheers.